Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, two of our little ginger kits, who are now hanging out in the medicine cat den, an apprentice's den, became, well, apprentices. So Locust Paw and his sister Dark Paw are now adolescent cats, under the wise tutelage of Snail Dusk the deputy, and oh look at that, Blue Stripe, who are hanging out together in the clearing. That's kind of nice to see. But we are looking forward to a few more things in this particular episode because the leader's son, Smokepaw, is on his final moon of being an apprentice. He's going to be heading out very soon on his final patrol, and then he's going to be turning into a warrior. And he, it seems, is hanging out with Charred Stripe, who he's been butting heads with quite a bit from his younger days. He is hanging out with her. Would this count as the clearing or the Elder's Den? I feel like this would be like right outside the Elder's Den that they're hanging out. So I'm excited to dive in, take a look at the cat list, and then send our cats out on patrol. So let's go ahead and do that. Starting off with Frostar is thinking about what to say at the gathering. Okay, so she's definitely been, I think, making more preparations and paying more attention to what she does in the gathering, and we managed to improve relations with an ally clan last time, or this moon I should say. We managed to do that, so Frostar is probably just thinking ahead in regards to, that. And I think, again, because she's getting older, she's like 181 moons, oh my goodness. Because she's getting older, I think she is realizing that she slips up quite a bit, so she's trying to be more conscious about the way she, talks and behaves. Snail Dusk saw a pair of two legs near camp today, and this might influence the patrols, but we don't have that many cats right now, so our patrols more or less look the same. I think the deputy's decisions regarding patrols might come more into effect as the number of cats we have starts to grow. Actually, now that we have two additional apprentices, we'll have to take a look at what the patrols look like, because we might just have enough cats to not be able to send everyone together in one patrol. So this might actually affect the way Snail Dusk decides to kind of set the patrols. And I imagine that Snail Dusk, as the deputy, probably also is gonna get in touch with any other mentors that we have in order to decide how the patrols are going to go. So I imagine she would talk with the clan leader, and she would talk with Blue Stripe to, try and see what the mentors would like for their apprentices as well. She'd probably take their preferences into account when she's arranging the different patrols. Okay, Bloomfreckle. Oh, guys. So, something that I actually have to talk about before we dive into any more of, what the cats are up to. So, there has been actually a change in some of the roles. So, the past few moons, Bloomfreckle just recently became a, she became a mother, but, she recovered from her birth just this moon. And she has been able to get back into her duties. Now, I think in the moons beforehand, or while she was kind of nest-bound, Bloomfreckle was questioning being a mediator quite a bit. And we've also kind of seen Charred Stripe more or less struggling to settle into the role of medicine cat. So what Frostar has gone ahead and decided is that Bloomfreckle and Charred Stripe are going to be swapping roles. So Bloomfreckle is actually going to take on the role of medicine cat now, and Frostar is kind of hoping that with Bloomfreckle's experience as a very capable warrior, she is basically going to have the stamina to tough it out in handling all her medicine duties on her own. And Charred Stripe, because she's been so overworked the past few moons, Frostar is probably hoping that Charred Stripe can step back a little bit and relax. She doesn't want Charred Stripe to kind of burn herself out. So Bloomfreckle is right now the medicine cat, and Childstripe is the new mediator. So that's some of the changes we've had according to roles. Okay, and Bloomfreckle is wondering if she should sabotage a relationship that is going a bit too well. And, well, Bloomfreckle is no longer a mediator, but I suppose some of these thoughts are still lingering in her mind. So we'll do what we did last time she had this kind of prompt. We'll take a look at her relations to see, if anything's changed and see which mated couple she has the least relationship with. So again, Cicada Lotus and Iris Cube are still up here. Snail Dusk. And then Blue Stripe's up here too, though. We actually have 4 couples, I think. Wait, no. Blue Stripe doesn't count. That's her own relationship. Snail Dusk is up here with Daisy Wish, so that leaves, Frosta and Dawn Valley. So this is the couple that she actually has the least, just in general relationship with. So I think, again, she's looking at Frosta and Dawn Valley just a little bit. And maybe that's an extension. Maybe that is just an extension of Bloomfreckle being one of the cats alongside Snail Dusk, I think, who are kind of questioning Frosta being their leader or continuing to be their leader. Okay, Childstripe is mixing up herbs. I kind of like the idea that maybe she's kind of wrapping up her duties as medicine cat because they did just swap, this moon. So I think that she's probably just wrapping up all the stuff she needs to do in the medicine cat den so that she doesn't leave stuff in a mess, and the new medicine cat has an easier time kind of settling into her role. So that is very nice of her, and we do not have any couples to match up. But another thing I was actually thinking, I might have mentioned this in the previous episode. I might have. In case I didn't, though. In the future, when we have couples that break up, what we might do is actually, even if we don't, do anything, we might just throw them in the mediation thing here, even if we don't use it, because I use mediation just for kids, right? To encourage kids. But if we have a breakup, I might just throw the cats in here so that we can compare the relationship, the romantic love between 2 cats, and we can see whoever has the least romantic love out of the couple, we'll say they're the ones who broke the relationship. I think that would be interesting. This is something we didn't really do beforehand, but I think going forward we can do this. Just a way for us to quickly kind of see and compare. And I mean, we could go into their relationship panels and screens, but I feel like sometimes it's hard to compare and you kind of lose track of things because there's so many cats. Whereas with the mediation screen, you have a direct comparison of the relationships between those 2 cats. So I think that would be interesting. And we would probably just use the romantic love or romantic like bar at the top to figure out who broke up with who. So I think that would be intriguing. Okay, next up, Iris Quiver tries to set a good example for younger cats. Right, he is still injured, and he is quite young. At 48 moons, he's actually very young. So, especially when a lot of our cats that we have are up there in age, past 100, near 100. So that's kind of wild. Actually, I want to take a look at some of the ages that we have going on. So Frosta is at 181. Snail Dusk is 114. Bloomfreckle, 105. Childstripe is 56 moons, so she's quite a bit younger than some of the other females. And Iris Crow is 48 moons. Okay, wow, okay. I don't know why, I just assumed all the cats were 100 moons. Anyways, so yeah, he's still injured over here, but he's still trying to set a good example for the younger cats, especially because, Cicada, his stepdaughter and stepson, Cicada Lotus's children, they have just become apprentices, and they probably have so much excitement, but also, they must be nervous seeing Iris Quiver. Seeing their stepfather injured because of a rogue he was trying to keep away from the territory must make them just the teensiest bit nervous about what they might encounter when they go out. So he's trying not to intimidate them with his own injuries. Okay, oh no, Cicada Lotus is feeling a bit ill. Oh, that's not good. You know what? I think Cicada Lotus is feeling ill because today is going to be his kid's first time going out on patrol. And I think he's feeling ill because he's worried about how that's going to go. This is his paternal side coming out. Okay, Blue Stripe brought Charred Stripe a herb to identify. Okay, he brought Charred Stripe a herb, which is very, very nice. He has a lot of faith in her, but she is no longer the medicine cat. So I think Blue Stripe maybe was out while the announcement was made, so he hasn't picked up on this, but Charred Stripe is going to redirect him to his mate, Bloom Freckle, who is now the medicine cat. Okay, Smokepaw had a nice chat with Alona outside clan territory. I wonder if that means he actually had a chat with one of the cats from Drift Clan. And to figure that out, I think it might be interesting to jump into his relations and see the first Drift Clan cat he has the most relationship with, and we can say he was talking to that cat. So let's go ahead and see. Does he know any Drift Clan cats? I mean, he might not even know any Drift Clan cats. Okay, he doesn't, so we have no clue. He has decided to keep it a secret from us. This is a mystery. Okay, Smokepaw, be as mysterious as you like. Locust Paw makes fun of Duck Kit for not being an apprentice yet. Locust Paw, your sister is an apprentice. You silly goose. Yes, your sister is an apprentice. I'm going to interpret this as him making a joke about either his sister being too young, even though she's probably just a fraction, maybe a couple minutes younger than him. He's saying that his sister's too young to be an apprentice. She's too young. She needs to grow up a few more moons. This is just him being protective, probably. Either that, or he's saying, imagine how awkward this would have been, this patrol would have been, if you hadn't been made an apprentice. That would have been very, very odd, no? So I think, yeah, this is just them kind of joking with each other. And he does have he's bold with an active imagination, so it does make sense to me how he's thinking of an awkward, maybe doomsday scenario, but thankfully that is not the case. Okay, Duckpaw is sitting alone. Okay, I think Duckpaw is actually getting a little bit worried. She's lonesome, right? I think she's getting a little bit worried, and maybe seeing her father worried too, is getting stressed about her first patrol and how it's going to be. But it's okay. It's okay. And I think the fact that she doesn't have a mother, I think she's a little bit jealous of her brother for having their mother as his mentor. And it's not that she doesn't trust Blue Stripe, but still, Blue Stripe is not someone she's as close to. So yeah, I think she's trying to mentally prepare by sitting alone. I don't know about you guys, but when I was in high school, I didn't like people talking to me in the morning, even my parents. Not because I was being mean, but because I needed to mentally prepare myself for a day of socialization. So I think maybe that's what's going on with Duckpaw. She's having to mentally prepare herself for a day out in patrol. Okay, Daisy Rish over here is busy chastising clanmates, but no cat is sure what for. Okay, we're not gonna go ahead, or should we? Maybe I should look up the two clanmates she's chastising. Would it be, I think it would be the two cats in the clan she has the least relationship with. And because it's plural, we'll go and check the two cats. So who is she chastising? Who does she have the least relationship with in the clan? Okay, Sandy Kit and Smokepaw. So she is chastising Sandy Kit and Smokepaw. And they have no idea why. Okay, fair enough. We might find out later on. For now though, I have no clue either. Okay, Dawn Valley is feeling rather chipper today. He's feeling quite good. That is good, Dawn Valley. That is good. Maybe he's thinking that with the youngsters kind of out of the camp, he's gonna have some time to himself to be quiet. Because Locust Paw actually was one of the kids when he was younger to spend a lot of time with the elders. And I think the elders, while they really appreciated that, Dawn Valley, I think, was starting to feel a little bit stressed by having a little kitten supervise him constantly and maybe look at him with slightly questionable eyes when he ate one too many prey from the prey pile. So I think he's feeling quite excited to have a day alone after, many moons of having the kids kind of all around the elder den. Sandy Kit, slipped on some hidden ice under the snow. Maybe that's why Daisy Wish was chastising Sandy Kit. And what was Smokepaw doing? Oh, okay, so Smokepaw had a chat with Lona, and he's not telling anyone who. So I think Smokepaw actually, in his excitement, right, came back home, went to Daisy Wish, and maybe whoever he chatted to knows Daisy Wish. So he was telling Daisy Wish excitedly, like, guess who I met outside the clan territory? And he quickly realized from Daisy Wish's expression that she was not impressed that he was talking to a Lona, or not a Lona, because they wouldn't count as a Lona, they're part of Drift Clan. She was not impressed that he was hanging around with Drift Clan members. Maybe she has a not so good relationship with some of them. I don't think all Drift Clan is looked at with skepticism, because obviously the leader of Drift Clan has an agreement with Froststar about taking on like abandoned kits and any of the new cats, basically, rogue lone cats, and kitty pets. But I think Daisy Wish maybe has, a bit of something with some of them, which she doesn't get along with a couple of the cats. But she had this really, really unimpressed expression, and Smokepaw very quickly realized that, okay, maybe I went to the wrong cat with this. So he refused to basically tell Daisy Wish who he was chatting with. And so that's why Daisy Wish is chastising Smokepaw. And then, while she was doing that, probably, I think, hearing Smokepaw have a story, Sandy Kit probably came running on the ice to hear what sort of story Smokepaw brought back in his excitement, because Sandy Kit is kind of used to the cats going out and bringing back gifts for him. So maybe he was thinking that Smokepaw found a really fun gift for him, and he slipped on the ice in his excitement to get to Smokepaw. And so Daisy Wish was probably chastising Sandy Kit for being, like, not careful on the ice because it's cold. Or, snow. Okay, that does make a whole lot of sense, does it not? Next up, we have Scale Kit, who wants to take a nap. And that's pretty much it. She just wants to sleep. It is cold outside, there's a lot of snow, she doesn't want to be chastised by the old cats, so she wants to just nap. Okay, that's adorable. That is adorable. Let us, though, go ahead, guys, and do our patrols. And I have to remember that we have new medicine cats. So, we have Bloom Freckle. And let me count the cats. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that means we're going to have... Okay, we are going to have a patrol of 6, and then a patrol of 2. So, we'll have to see what the mentors decide, but that's going to be intriguing. Okay, Bloom Freckle is going to go out on her own because she is the medicine cat, of course. So I am excited to see how she takes her first kind of day as medicine cat. Let's go on patrol. Bloom Freckle pads along, a mouth open slightly as she scents for any traces of herbs. Oh, she can smell some raspberries nearby, but it seems that they're just over the border. Wait, border into someone else's territory? She pads over to the border and hesitates only momentarily before crossing. She quickly gathers some berries, making sure to leave plenty for Fern Clan's medicine cat if they need some too. Oh, that's nice. So relations with Fern Clan have improved. Oh, good. So wait, did we was this like a no clan zone, like an unclaimed territory, or was it in? I don't think it was in Fern Clan's area. I think it was maybe unclaimed territory, like just beyond their borders, and that's why relations have improved. That does make sense to me. Okay, so she had a successful time of it. And now, guys, we have an important patrol, because we have 3 apprentices, It is Smokepaw's final day as an apprentice before he turns into a warrior. So this is his last patrol as a little youngster. His mentor, Frostar, and his mother is here. We also have 2 other mentors and 2 other apprentices. Snail Dusk, the deputy, who is usually in charge of patrols. She obviously has her son and apprentice, Locust Paw, and then Blue Stripe has his apprentice, Duck Paw. Now, because we're gonna have a patrol of 6 and a patrol of 2, it means 2 of the cats are going to be going out on patrol together. So I don't know what that's going to look like, because it is entirely possible that the youngsters just end up going on patrol together. So this is a big deal because it is Smokepaw's final patrol as apprentice, and it is Locust Paw and Duck Paw's first patrol as apprentices. So I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know. Usually the way the patrols end up, we kind of say that their mentors, for whatever reason, have decided to, assign them that particular thing, that particular duty, or they have arranged the patrols in such a way that their apprentices can learn the most from it. So let's go ahead and see what's gonna happen. Okay. Oh wait, sorry, I got my numbers wrong. I think because I was counting. Yeah, sorry. It's because I was counting, guys. The medicine cat. But no, minus the medicine cat, sorry. So, I guess everyone has decided that Frostar and Frostar's apprentice, they're gonna be together. And then, I suppose, Blue Stripe, guys, actually decided that he would send his apprentice with her family on her first patrol. Because she is, this makes sense, she's quite, lonesome, but also as a youngster, she's be quite shy. So I'm thinking Blue Stripe is hoping that if he sends, his apprentice out with her family the first time around, she's really close to her brother, she's really close to her mother as well, and her father's worried about her, that she'll gain a little bit of confidence. So okay, this is kind of exciting. I feel like this is the first time we've actually had a whole family go out on patrol together. Like, is this the first time? I think so. Like, where we've had a mother, father, and their kids go out on patrol together. So that's kind of exciting. That means Blue Stripe is going to be going out on patrol on his own. Okay, and I definitely know that Blue and Freckle wouldn't like that at all. But at the same time, she's Medicine Cat now, so she's going to be going out on patrol on her own. Like, a lot. So, I guess we'll see how this pans out. Oh no. As the patrol is marking the borderlines, a gang of rogues burst from the beach grass and ambush. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to see how this goes. The patrol descends into battle without a second thought, eventually driving the rogues away. Okay, so that was very, very exciting for the youngsters, but I think it was really, really kind of good patrol that probably helped reinforce the family bonds going on here. But okay, that is really cool. That is really, really cool. So, with Smokepaw, it's with his mother, and then the other 2 paws with their mother and father. I feel like a lot of family bonds have been strengthened here. A lot of family bonds. Okay, and now the patrol that I'm actually nervous about is Blue Stripe, our insecure little warrior. But then again, Blue Stripe was the one who, in the last episode, in the last moon, when they went out on patrol, he actually convinced the leader to turn around and go back to camp because the weather wasn't looking good. So I kind of have faith in his, I have faith in his judgment. So I'm sure if he comes across something that's like too scary, he's probably going to turn back, right? Probably. Okay, Blue Stripe is training alone out on the coast when suddenly the dune he's standing on shifts beneath his paws. He looks around wildly for safe footing just as the sand caves in beneath him and the world goes dark. Guys, he has no one in his patrol. I don't know how this is gonna end. Because he has no one in his patrol. He's on his own. Blue Stripe spends the entire day carefully working his way free and gets nothing else done, but at least he's unharmed. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so we were right in trusting Blue Stripe. I think his traits and his skills kind of make it so that he is very, very careful. But the other thing that I feel like we might have forgotten, the other thing we don't pay attention to anymore, I feel like maybe we take for granted a little bit, is that under Frostar's leadership, the current focus is resting and recovering. So the clan, they take more care and time in their tasks, and therefore the rate of injuries, illnesses, and outbreaks are reduced. So who knows how things would have been if this was not the case. But Frostar, she's made certain expectations of hers clear to the warriors, but also I think Blue Stripe's personality made it so that he came back safe. And I could kind of see Bloomfreckle fussing over him so much when he comes back, because he probably took a little bit too long on his patrol and he was the last one to go out, and she probably, freaked out just a little bit. And I can imagine that there would be this concern and strain maybe on their relationship. Not in a bad way, but in a way that's probably going to bring them closer together. Because if you think about it, Bloomfreckle is always going to be the first one to go out on patrol. Or actually, not always, but in this instance, she was the first one to go out on patrol, and Blue Stripe was the last one to go out on patrol. And she's the stronger cat of the two, and Blue Stripe is the weaker cat. So I think she would have been stressed out of her mind. So that's all good and well. So now let's go ahead, jump to events. So Otter Clan, we want to try, and River Clan this time around. We have an ally over here, we want to try and praise them. And Fern Clan, our relations improved a little bit because of the medicine cat, so hopefully one of these moons we're going to manage to become allies with them. But okay guys, I am going to cut the recording here and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, this video is running a little bit long, so we are going to cut it off here. I'm really sorry, but we're gonna cap this episode over here since, yes, apparently a lot of stuff is happening and we're having a lot of discussions. So I'm actually gonna leave the events and the next moon to the next episode. So we'll come back, take a look at what's happening. For now though, let's just enjoy the drama that has already occurred, and what we've already kind of seen with the patrols and such. So thank you so much for watching, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.